Henry Anderson left $12,000 on the dresser in his bedroom. It was not a mistake. It was not carelessness. It was a trap, a cold, deliberate test that he had set for every single person who had ever worked inside his mansion. And in 15 years, not one person had passed. Secretaries, gardeners, cooks, housekeepers. Sooner or later, the money always disappeared. But when Janet Santos, the new cleaning employee, walked into that bedroom in her simple uniform and her worn-out sneakers, believing she was completely alone, she did something so unexpected, so unbelievable, that the man hiding behind the door began to question everything he had ever believed about people. And what started as a trap became the most moving and powerful story you will read today. Hello everyone, welcome to our story. Before we continue, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Also, tell us in the comments where you are watching from. Are you in New York? Jamaica? Maybe South Africa or Canada? We'd love to hear from you. Henry Anderson is 38 years old. He is one of the most successful real estate businessmen in the city, sharp, disciplined, and extremely wealthy. But beneath all that success is a man who has completely lost faith in people. It started with his ex-wife Linda, who left him for a richer man without looking back. After that, something closed inside Henry. Something hard and cold settled in his chest, and it never left. So he began to test people. Every new employee who entered his home received the same test. He would leave a large amount of cash somewhere easy to find, on a table, on a countertop, on the bedroom dresser, and then he would hide and watch. Secretaries took it. The gardener took it. 3 different cooks took it. Every single housekeeper took it. Some took it fast. Some waited a day or two. But they all took it eventually. Every single one. And so Henry's belief became unshakable, like a wall built from every disappointment. Everyone has a price. No one is truly honest. It is only a matter of time. Today is the turn of the new cleaning employee. Henry picks up his phone and dials. Miss Santos? This is Henry Anderson. You can start today. A brief pause on the other end of the line. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. What is the address? Elmwood Drive, 14. 1 hour. He hangs up. He goes upstairs to his bedroom. He opens the top drawer of his dresser and takes out a thick envelope, $12,000 in cash, counted and ready. He spreads the bills loosely across the top of the dresser, the way a careless man might empty his pockets after a long day. A few hundreds here. Some 50s there. The rest piled in the middle, casual and unguarded and impossible to miss. He steps back and looks at it. Then he walks behind the bedroom door, stands in the narrow shadow where he cannot be seen and waits. 45 minutes later, the doorbell rings. Janet Santos is 33 years old. She is wearing her work uniform, clean but faded, and a pair of sneakers so worn at the sole that she had folded a piece of cardboard inside the left one that morning to cover the hole. But she stands at the front door with her back straight and her chin up, a bag of cleaning supplies over one shoulder, her face calm and ready. Henry opens the door himself. Miss Santos. I'm Henry Anderson. Please come in. Good morning, sir. She steps inside and looks around quietly, not with greed, not with envy, but with the careful attention of someone who wants to understand a space before she touches it. The marble floors, the high ceilings, the wide staircase curving upward. Everything expensive. Everything perfect. Henry walks her through the house quickly. He shows her the kitchen, the living room, the hallway bathrooms. His voice is flat and professional. General cleaning 3 times a week. You'll begin on the upper floor. My bedroom needs particular attention. Janet nods, looking carefully at each room as they pass through it. Understood, sir. I will take care of everything. She pauses, then adds quietly, You have a beautiful home. Henry says nothing. He simply turns and leads her toward the staircase. A few minutes later, he is back behind the bedroom door. He hears her downstairs, the sound of her bag being set down, the clink of cleaning bottles, the soft squeak of her sneakers on the tile. Then he hears her footsteps on the stairs, slow and steady, coming up. His arms are folded across his chest. His jaw is tight. His eyes are fixed on the narrow gap between the door and the frame, aimed directly at the dresser with its scattered pile of cash. $12,000, he thinks. Let's see, Miss Santos. The footsteps reach the top of the stairs. They move along the hallway. They stop outside the bedroom door. There is a small pause, just 2 or 3 seconds, and then the door slowly swings open. Janet Santos steps into the room. The bedroom is large and still and full of morning light. A king-sized bed with dark covers. Heavy wooden furniture. Everything neat, everything expensive, everything quiet. She takes one step inside, then another. She sets her bag down gently beside the door and reaches in for her cleaning cloth. She straightens up, ready to begin. And then she sees it. The money on the dresser. She goes completely still. The cleaning cloth hangs loose in her hand. Her eyes move slowly across the scattered bills, the hundreds, the fifties, the thick pile in the middle, and for a moment she does not breathe. Behind the door, Henry Anderson does not breathe either. He leans forward slightly, watching through the gap, his whole body tense. Here it comes, he thinks. Here it always comes. Janet's hand tightened around the cleaning cloth. She stood there for a long moment, just looking at the money. Not moving toward it. Not reaching for it. Just looking. The way you might look at something that doesn't quite make sense. Like finding an umbrella open in a room with no windows. Her lips moved slightly, as if she was counting without meaning to. Behind the door, Henry watched every second of it. He had seen this part before. This pause, this stillness, this moment before a person made their decision. He knew what came next. The quick glance toward the door. The small calculation behind the eyes. The hand moving forward. He waited. Janet took one step toward the dresser. Henry's jaw tightened. She took another step. And then, the cleaning bottle slipped from under her arm. It hit the floor with a loud plastic clatter that broke the silence of the whole room. Janet flinched, bent down quickly, and picked it up. She stood back up straight, pressed it firmly under her arm this time, and looked at the dresser again. And then she did something Henry had never seen in 15 years. She put the cleaning cloth over her shoulder, set the bottle down carefully on the floor beside her feet, and began, with both hands, to organize the money. Not to take it. Not to hide it inside her uniform or push it into her bag. She began to sort it. Her fingers moved carefully, almost gently, gathering the scattered bills together. She arranged them by size, the hundreds together, the fifties together, straightening each one, smoothing the corners, building one neat pile in the center of the dresser. She worked slowly and quietly, the way someone works when they are being careful with something that does not belong to them. Henry's arms dropped to his sides. His mouth opened slightly. When the bills were all gathered and straight and stacked, Janet reached into the front pocket of her uniform and took out a small notepad and a pen. She wrote something on the top page, tore it out neatly, and folded it once. Then she placed it on top of the money pile, pressing it flat with 2 fingers so it wouldn't slide. She stepped back. She looked at the dresser one more time, the way a person looks at a finished piece of work. And then, very quietly, barely loud enough to be heard across the room, she whispered something. Henry leaned forward. She whispered, "Thank you, Lord, for an honest job." Then she picked up her cleaning bottle, unfolded her cloth, and got to work. She moved through the bedroom the way she moved through every room she had ever cleaned, with focus, with care, with a kind of quiet pride that had nothing to do with being watched. She dusted the furniture in long, even strokes. She wiped the mirror above the dresser without once glancing at the money sitting right below her hands. She swept the floor from corner to corner, moving furniture gently, putting it back exactly where she found it. Henry did not move from behind the door. Not when she finished dusting. Not when she mopped. Not when she straightened the pillows on the bed with the same gentle attention she had given everything else. He stood there long after she had moved out of the bedroom and down the hallway, her footsteps fading, the sound of her cleaning carrying on into the next room. He stood there and stared at the dresser. At the neat, organized pile of bills. At the small folded note sitting on top. Finally, he walked across the room and picked up the note with 2 fingers, the way you pick something up when part of you isn't sure you want to read it. He unfolded it. In clean, careful handwriting it said, $12,000 found on the bedroom dresser.